There we go. Check I can actually hear myself. Yep. Good. Right. Quick one at lunchtime, just to show where we are before I move on and lose everything. So when I finished the screen grab on the last one, I just built the launch pad from this diagram that I'd found on the rocket, the escape rocket that you can use to get off the planet with, but we can't get off the planet because the weapon will kill us until we can diagnose our infection and get rid of that. So what's happened on here last time? Well, I built the gantry, and the next thing to build is the boosters, but I am missing a particular element that I need. I've not found any of it anywhere to build that yet, so I need to explore more widely, which is what's going to happen next. But before we do that, let's get back in Player 2. We're going to head back to base, and you can see here the base has grown somewhat. I built an observation deck just for, well, because it looks nice, and the computer actually tells you that's a bit irrelevant to your survival. It's kind of a nice thing to have. We've got a general purpose room there, which we've got the aquarium, and I was going to build some of the science stuff in there, but I haven't been able to build it yet. We have 2 moon pools now, and I'll show you why in a second. Another general purpose room I added on here, which has got a modification station in it, which I'll show you. The main room there, where I've done a bit of rearranging, and the scanner station. Also notice I've got solar panels on the top of multiple ones of these, because after I added them, the power kept going out. So obviously as you add new things on, it takes more power, and you need to build more power stations. I've also got doors everywhere and bulkheads, because as you add to your base, it weakens the overall structure. So this one, actually, you can see from the inside, is a reinforced panel that you can build. I'll show you that from the inside. And the bulkheads all add reinforcing, so I went and added a bunch of that in, because basically I added the new moon pool and the whole base started leaking, and I kept repairing it and it kept leaking, so I stopped. The other thing I found, which is kind of handy, is this thing called a grav trap that you can build, and it snags small creatures. So left that outside. It's not actually got any of the fish that you can make water from, which is a bit annoying sometimes, but grabs a bunch of stuff that you can then grab as soon as you get back if you're short of food, and add food. So let's dock higher. You can see there one of the reasons why we now have 2 moon pools.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Yeah. So let's go through the mods. I move the radio here because as I dock, it's the first thing I see, so I can see if it's flashing. You see most of the lockers are gone, but we've got equipment and consumables and another equipment locker there, and then I've got 2 here for food and water. So if I get back and I'm short, I can just grab food and water. And the idea really is it's stuff to grab before I leave. In here, bits that I found that I can't do anything yet, non-functional. Don't know actually if the repair tool. No. So maybe that's just for show. And here is our observation deck. Ooh. Over on this side is a big locker. I thought as I put stuff in, you might be able to see it, but no, these seem to all be just cosmetic things. So I button those in there. Eggs, various alien eggs I found, and other biological things I've got in there for use. And the aquarium I added partly because I thought if I add some fish in there, are they going to like breed and multiply, so I could have a supply of the fish that you make water from, which would be useful. No, it seems to be another cosmetic thing, so yeah, okay, fair enough. Going through into the general purpose one, we have our bioreactor here, which is keeping the power going. Okay, power has stopped, so I'm going to show you how you refill that. Handy to build it here because it takes anything biological, so turn it down. get our knife out, which you can see is glowing. I'll show you why in a second. Oops. There we go. Cut 4 pieces of that. We're going to dump it in a bioreactor, which becomes active, fills up, and it will start generating power there as that cap's going up. We also found the plans to the filtration machine, which is really nice because, like with the first aid station, you leave it and it just builds things for you. So it builds salt and water, and these waters are 50 rather than 30 that the water you can make, so more compact, a bit like the nutrient blocks. In fact, it would be really nice if I can find a way to make nutrient blocks, because again, a lot more than the fish you can make. So a bit of rearranging of everything over here. We've got a kind of an overflow locker. That's the alien locker. You can see I've found these are the ion cubes and the purple tablets, which I've used one. An overspill locker there. Gems for rubies and diamonds and things. Valuable gold, copper. In fact, the gold one's now got its own because I ended up with too much to fit in the valuable one. But it's just a way of me knowing, oh, I need X thing, where is it? So titanium ingots. It's actually got titanium ingots. Health. Every time I come back, try and remember, open the medical kit fabricator. Just pop it in there, and then you've also always got a load. And because I keep forgetting what I need for various things, I've added a tag on this for booster, and that will be things I need to build the booster. So I need a plasticsteel ingot, and there's something else which I can't remember. I'll come back. Anyway, the fabricator's here, the battery charger is there, and what I've been doing is, if I'm here for a while, I'll unload the batteries. In fact, let me just show you. So pick that one out, because I'm not going to use it. Press square, and you can say unload the battery, and then you go to the battery charger and chuck that in. So that will sit charged while you're nibbling around not needing it. And you pop your battery back in. And the same thing here for the power cell. So I've got a power cell, it's actually fully charged, but I just left it there. Locker for processed things, so like glass, copper, and things that the fabricator has made. Organic stuff in there, including stalker teeth, and then raw is just other miscellaneous things, including I found uranite crystals which you use to make nuclear rods. Oh yes. This wall. This is one of the reinforced walls, which is why it looks a bit different. Just adds to the structural integrity of the base. The scanner room we had before. Now discovered the scanner room range is about 350 meters on this one, as far as it can go. And I'm not finding any more of what I need here. So that's part of I did what I did next. This is our modification station. So the knife is now a thermo blade, so it cooks. So it helps cook, but it's also got high capacity tanks, ultra high capacity tanks, and then Seamouth and prawn suit modules. So the Seamouth now has the Mark III, so it can go down to 900 meters, which is lovely. Anyway, that's what we've got here and on the platform, but I'm not staying here for the moment, and I'm going to head straight off because this is just a quick lunchtime session to get back into the Seamoth. That's what I decided. Great, the scanner room can't find what I need. It's too far away, so I need to be somewhere else. So let's go and set up another base. You see, we've added a beacon for it, so we don't lose it. which I have called it Deep Base 1. I may get it to Deep Base 9, you never know, I doubt it. Tend to travel most of the way fairly close to the surface. Not on the surface, I don't know, it's slightly slower than that way. And that's because as you get down deep, you get some leviathans and quite nasty large beasties. So let's just play it a bit safe and stay out of their way. We've explored a lot of this stuff around here. It's within that 350 metre range, so that's okay. But we're now getting to I think it was about 600 or 800 metres away from the original base, which means the scanner should be picking up different things. You can see that's a shark thing. Yeah, they can hurt the sea moth, so we want to stay away from those. But you can see here, Deep Base 1. Duck in here reasonably quickly rather than hang around. Because I'll probably save and show this just before we log off. What I want to do here now is build the new scanner room. So I'm going to build the scanner room. I'm going to add the bulkheads in afterwards. I just want to see if it overloads it, and I can show you the whole place start to leak as it does that. So let's look for the scanner room. 5 titanium, 2 copper. 2 copper, 5 titanium. I did preemptively get all the stuff I should need for this. 1 gold, 1 table coral. 1 gold. And 1 table coral. What I should do is add a tunnel on here and then add the new section, but I'm not going to. You should see the top left hand corner, it will tell you structure integrity total now 0.3. So that's the structural integrity of the entire base. I don't know if it needs to go down to 0 to start leaking, or it'll spring a leak anyway. So here, and see, this is cool because you can see over here that I was going to show you the sub, but I thought I'd show you this way the floating islands. So these have got weird alien balloon things underneath them that lift them on the surface. What we need to do in the scanner room. So this is one of the nice things about the scanner room and other rooms having these modules to improve them. Where did I put them? There they are. So I bought the scanner room upgrade out of the other scanner room because we got a range and a speed increase in those, but I've used most of it. That's okay. So scanner room upgrades. Pop, pop, pop those. Drop it in the water. Two cameras. Now what I'm hoping. There you go, see? Gel sacks and blood oil, things that are in range of this one you can now find, because you couldn't find things like lithium and magnite because they were obviously not in range there. So this can now find ore, which is lovely. So let's tell it to go and find some lithium, because I think I've only got 1 in total. Oh, looks like there's... Okay, so there's a shallow section up here, which is the other side of a... so there is a fair... Okay. But... Did anyone make a note of which camera they bought? Too far. Camera 7. So I don't know if I'll make a scanner or if it makes new cameras. So these are the floating islands, and you may have seen on the scanner this stuff blood oil, which allows you to make a couple of things. Well, these are blood oil capsules that you can pick up. Slightly annoyingly, these roots are not cuttable in the same way as the creep vines are, so you can't feed your bioreactor with them. This guy over here, if you're in the sea moth and you see him, he teleports you out, and then he'll teleport again and destroys the sea moth. So tend to stay away from him. Find there's some quartz, and these are the big alien weird floaters that keep the islands suspended. Now, go up here. These mushrooms, however, you can feed into the bioreactor. So what I did was nip up here and cut some of those mushrooms off. These trees are also not available to put in the bioreactor, and there's another teleport dude, stay away from him. And you can see there's some more blood oil sacs on there, so that's cool. Now what I'm going to go and see if I can find, you can see there's another sharks over there. I think it's up on this one. There is a wreck somewhere around here, suspended between two floating islands. I think it was at about 100 meters depth. No, that's not it. Okay. This was just going to be a quick one. So the idea is now I've got a base over here, I've got a scanning station over here, I can find a bunch of the stuff that I couldn't find before, which is good. And hopefully I will set the scanner to scan for wrecks, and I will start finding some of the things that I don't currently have. What I didn't get to show you was the prawn suit, so I found the plans for the prawn suit. Make a prawn suit, which is where there are 2 moon pools over at the other place. Sea fluid intake. Yes, there you go. Now, what I'm going to do is save, because I will come back to this. I just want to show you what the teleport dude does.
All systems online.
Now there's usually one over here. There he is. Hey. I mean, you look like you've got spikes, so you're probably bad. Yikes. And he teleports me out. And dead. And now, one of the disadvantages of having the camera in the top left is I can't see what my health is. So I'm going to quit out of that. And I'm going to reload. But that's where I am now. So the next thing is have a hunt around where the new base is, see what I can find. I'm hoping to start finding a scanning analysis. You see, I've got a couple of things which are inactive. Hope to find some plants for them which are active, and that's presumably what the eggs are for, so you can start growing and figuring out what's going on. So next time I find anything, I'll come back online. Catch you later.